Afternoon. I just want to come on really quickly. So in an Irish context, the revenue set up the wage subsidy scheme. So the wage subsidy scheme, a hurried piece of legislation responsive to the coronavirus crisis, massive question marks around the implementation in the early stages. Back in March, April, we were literally on every day with guidance in relation to the wage subsidy scheme. And back then, we recommended that businesses that were availing of the wage subsidy scheme need to have a very clear reasoning and methodology for availing of the wage subsidy scheme, as obviously at some stage in the future, this was going to be checked. Now, I think we're down to version 15 or 16 or something ridiculous in terms of the revenue guidance. But the Irish government announced last week, the continuity of the wage subsidy scheme, and they talked about, well, what's going to happen. Now, that legislation hasn't landed yet. That legislation is going to be landing in the next couple of weeks. And obviously, when that lands, we'll have more guidance here for Irish accountants and Irish businesses as to how to deal with the new subsidy scheme that's going to kick in from September onwards. But there is a current issue. And the current issue is that revenue are now communicating with and asking questions of entities who have availed of the wage subsidy scheme. And really what they're doing is they're asking, were you entitled to avail of the wage subsidy scheme in the first place? And the process and methodology of availing of the subsidy scheme. Now, of course, this is the last thing that accountants need. Like, what accountants need, all these letters from revenue landing on their desk with a 5-day response time, and just as the country is opening back up and just as businesses are coming back. But that's Ireland and that's how things work. So revenue have been writing these letters to companies, asking them to clarify. These people have been coming to their accountants to get answers. Well, okay, can you deal with revenue for me? And I'm just going to share something here. I'm just going to share, JR, you need to allow me to share. I'm just going to share something here that we have developed over the last couple of weeks in relation to this revenue inquiry. And so what we've created is we have created template letters. Now, obviously, no two cases are identical, but what we've done is we've created template letters that give a structure as to how to respond to revenue when they ask these questions. So we've actually got 4 types of templates. So the first type of template we have is a letter whereby there's no issues. The second template is a letter responding where there are issues. The third template we have is the set of minutes that the directors should have passed when availing of the wage subsidy scheme, which basically gives you the answer to these questions. And we have 2 types of minutes. So here's just an example of one of these template letters. So you can see it brings down through, it answers the revenue questions, it gives you a structure and a framework. Now, there is no such thing as a template that can answer all the questions, but this gives you a structure or a framework, and it helps accountants get the result quicker for their clients, to get the result quicker for their customers. So that is one of the templates that we have for you. You take the template, you cut and paste, you delete, you make it specific and unique for your client. But what does it do? It makes it easier and quicker to respond to the questions being asked. So these templates, wherever you're watching this video, be it Facebook, be it LinkedIn, be it YouTube, Jonathan has a link where you can go to download these letters. Now these letters, they're part of our Knowledge Hub launch. So we're doing a Knowledge Hub launch at the moment this week. We opened up the launch last Thursday, and the launch is closing tomorrow. So Knowledge Hub is basically where we answer questions for accountants. This is where we answer your questions, and our technical team has built a knowledge base of answers. So these templates form part of that Knowledge Hub launch. We shared them with accountants yesterday on a webinar. So I just want to come on here because we've got such positive feedback on the templates and on documents. I just wanted to share them here with you. So if you click on the link, that Jonathan has put in up top here on the page. If you click on that link, you'll be able to go in, you'll be able to download these letters and templates, and you'll also be able to see a little bit about Knowledge Hub, which is closing down. Now, it's closing down tomorrow. So you need to get in, you need to download those either today or tomorrow. I'd suggest if you're watching this video now, just click the link, go in, get the documentation. Thanks for joining me here today, and I'll see you again